me forgetting to
Yeah,
start it.
Just us BSing the whole time.
It's like, oh, did we record anything? It's like, no, we did not.
Well, we were talking for 2 hours, but we didn't record anything.
Right, exactly. The first time I ever recorded a podcast episode, I did not have the volume on, and so and so when I went back to listen to it, it was completely silent. It was just, I felt really bad. I felt really bad.
Like those old silent movies. You just need those cards to hold up.
Right. Exactly. Did you have any questions for me? It'll basically just be like a regular conversation, so there's like no pressure for anything. But did you have any questions?
I've seen the podcast, so
yeah, it's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Very low stakes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Well, if you want to hop into it, I thought of a question that I wanted to ask you because I've never asked this to you because I've always known you and I've always been around you and your family. But anyone who knows you will know that you're one of 4 quadruplets.
Yep.
And I never asked you because I was always there. But what was that? What was that like for you? Growing up, at least to start, like when you start having memories.
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head where it's always just been there. It's always just been a thing. You know, it's like having a twin or another sibling. You're just used to it because that's what you know in life.
Yeah, that's a pretty straightforward answer. I know from my perspective, it was always nice because you guys are just like 3 months older than me. And so I, growing up, always just had 4 built-in playmates who were exactly my age. So it was always just awesome. Yeah. Like, oh, this is the easiest thing ever. You just have 4 kids exactly the same age as you. So for me, it was always a big win. I don't know if like for you, I mean, you're the only guy. I mean, obviously your older brother.
Which I thank God I have one.
Yeah, totally. Was it fun having the rest of the quads be sisters, or what was that like?
It was when I got older, at least in the high school stuff. It was nice because anytime they had a friend who didn't have a date for a dance or something, they would be like, "Hey, I got brother."
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so it would always hook me up.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
What about now? I mean, now we're 30, so like, is it different now than when we were kids?
Not really. Other than they're starting to have kids themselves, so that's changed things. You know how that is.
Yeah, it definitely changes things. What's it been like being an uncle?
It's been crazy, but in a good way.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, my niece is crazy. I mean, she runs around like she's on a sugar high, even if she's never had a drop of sugar.
Yep. Can confirm.
And then my nephew is, the sweetest little guy ever. And I mean, he could just lay on his belly and stare at a book for hours.
So like, do you view being an uncle with any sort of responsibility, or is it just like what does it mean to you, I guess?
To me, something that I want to kind of do with the kids, because I'm more of the fun person as opposed to their parents who are the discipline, or the grandparents. We have to be a little bit of both.
Mm-hmm.
I want to teach them about things from our childhood, like TV shows and movies and things like that. Like I know you've shown your kid like Winnie the Pooh and PBS shows from when we were kids and things like that.
Yes, 1,000%. Why is it important for you to share that with them?
Well, I feel like to me, if the next generation doesn't know about the stuff we grew up with, then they're going to get this view of what the previous generation beforehand was that
Hmm.
isn't the same as what it really was.
Interesting. Okay. So you've like almost like a cultural inheritance.
Yeah,
That's cool. I agree with you. So my my oldest daughter, she's a
yeah.
big Spider-Man fan,
Ooh, Spider-Man.
which is awesome. But even it kind of came about organically because I just have a bunch of Spider-Man stuff, even
Yeah,
though I'm like 30. Um, and when the Spider-Man movie No Way Home came out,
yeah.
Time magazine released like a special Spider-Man issue, and I bought it at a Kroger or something when Tay and I were living in North Carolina, and I kept it. And when I would go to work, June would see Spider-Man on the cover and would make Tay read it. And it got to the point where like in the magazine there's like comic book artists and their names, and
Yeah.
so I would come home and June would be like, I can't even think of their names, but she'd be like, see
Steve
Paul.
Ditko.
She'd be like, see Paul, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what's Paul? And Tay's like, oh well, he's one of the comic book artists from the '70s, and would open up
yeah,
to the page, and June just would just want to look at the photo. I'm like, oh my gosh, June's not even 2 years old, and she knows Spider-Man comic book artists by name. This is crazy.
yeah. You need to show her the kids show they have on now called Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah, I've seen that on Disney Plus, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think she would love that.
Yeah,
It'd be right
probably.
up her alley.
When our most recent kiddo was born, I started playing just because I was on paternity leave.
Yeah.
So I was playing the Spider-Man video game on the PlayStation, and we try not to do too much screen time with the kiddos. But when I was home, I was just like, sometimes I'm just gonna play some Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
June would watch, and she loves watching me swing around and beat up bad guys. As soon as I like beat some robbers up, she'll be like, "Find bad guys, beat bad guys." I'm like, "Okay, I'll keep playing Spider-Man,"
Yeah.
which is
You
pretty
need to
fun.
you need to get a buddy of yours to dress as Spider-Man for her birthday.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad
Yeah.
idea at all. Yeah, I'm a little short to be playing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
well, so you and I have always had the same shared interests since as long as I can remember. Um,
Yeah.
and you and I have both, whereas I feel like other people sometimes grow out of that to a certain extent. You and I still kind of like the same stuff from when we were kids.
Yep.
Um, and so what about, well, it doesn't have to be like Spider-Man or anything, but like, you were a big Boomerang guy too.
Yeah.
For the people who don't know what that is, can you talk about what Boomerang is?
Boomerang is basically all the Hanna-Barbera shows and movies and stuff.
Okay, nice. And
Yeah.
who is that?
This is Huckleberry Hound, which was the first Hanna-Barbera TV show, and they were Hanna-Barbera was the company that did Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, Jetsons, all for Saturday morning.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And how was it that you originally got into that?
Uh, it started where, and I think my dad just was saying, oh, he didn't like the shows, like if it was something like SpongeBob or uh,
Mm,
something like that, he would just be like, I don't like it. So in my mind, it meant, oh, I'm not allowed to watch it. But because Boomerang was all the shows that they watched as kids, I was, I thought, oh, I'm allowed to watch these because my parents watched them as kids.
okay, I follow. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do you
So
have
you know how kid logic is.
yes, right. Do you have a favorite Hanna-Barbera
Uh,
show?
it would either be, I think Scooby Doo is one, um, and I'm not particular which version of Scooby Doo. I just
Okay,
like them all.
nice.
I love the Flintstones.
What do you like about the Flintstones?
Uh, I like both the humor of the show because it's a lot of that old school humor that you would get back in the 60s and 70s. Oh, my shirt came unbuttoned.
Happens.
Yeah. It's probably the first time you had that happen on a show.
Maybe.
But and I also liked, at least as a kid, seeing all the wacky gadgets they had made out of like birds and
Mm.
sticks and animals and whatnot.
Yeah, that's super creative. That's a good point.
Yeah. And that's sort of the same with the Jetsons. I liked seeing all the futuristic type things they had and some of the stuff that we actually have now, like Apple
Yeah,
Watches and stuff.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't quite have the flying saucers yet, but we've
Nope.
got some of the tech. Yeah, maybe we do. I don't know. What do you think is different about cartoons nowadays compared to that sort of boomerang-esque style?
I think nowadays there's a lot more emphasis either on for storytelling more so, like an Avatar type show or a Adventure Time, or the show is geared towards like little kids, and
Mm.
there's like no real in between anymore, like they had with Boomerang or with the Hanna Bear stuff.
Oh, okay. That's a good point. So maybe like a 5-year-old could enjoy Scooby-Doo and maybe a 12-year-old could enjoy Scooby-Doo. Um,
Yeah,
it was just kind of like kids show, whereas now do you think it's a little bit more targeted?
yeah, towards a specific age group or range.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then I think your point about the story is also true because there's no overarching plot to Scooby-Doo or Flintstones. It's like a
no,
sitcom,
yeah.
basically.
The only real thing that changed was when Pebbles was born, and that was it.
Oh, okay. So there was Flintstones pre-Pebbles.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even know that.
yep.
Oh, okay. Was there always Bam Bam?
No, Bam Bam came after Pebbles did.
Mm. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hmm. Unrelated but sort of related question. Do you prefer Cocoa Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles?
Ooh, I think I'm a cocoa guy myself. I'm a chocolate
Nice.
connoisseur.
Very good. I haven't had either in a while, but I think Fruity
Same.
Pebbles edges it out for me. It's just pretty to look at.
I'll give you that.
That's funny. Um, you also like old music. Like I remember you did like you've done some Johnny Cash like top 10 videos and like I don't know, you I feel like you're an old soul a little bit.
Yeah. So I got all my old tape collection here
Oh, what is
behind
that?
us. My tape collection.
Oh, your tape collection. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So like John Denver and Lee Greenwood,
Nice.
which you can edit out that if you need to.
No, it's all good. What's up with Lee Greenwood? I don't even know.
It's he's mega.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have
Yeah.
known that. I don't even know if people who listen to this would know that, but that's okay. Um, what about
But
old stuff do you feel like
yeah, so
speaks
I
to you?
kind of got into
You what?
well, what I like about the older stuff is I said what I like about the older stuff is
Hmm.
it's to me it feels timeless. It doesn't feel like it's set in a specific time period or date or anything like that.
Do you think that's because of like the stuff they're singing about?
I think it's a little bit of that, and I also think nowadays they're trying to make things. And my brother, who is a music professor, will actually say that music today is made in such a way that it's so cookie cutter
Mm-hmm.
and made in a way that it's the same beats or same melodies or whatever as uh, what you would use, in the next song that you're doing.
Right. Gotcha. It's just made to like it's made to be trendy, basically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Do you have a favorite artist?
Well, you said it's Johnny Cash.
Okay, Johnny Cash is your favorite?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I probably haven't listened to as much Johnny Cash as you, definitely, but um I really enjoy his music. And do you have a favorite Johnny Cash song? Because I was about to say mine, but I want to hear what yours is.
Uh, that's a good question because it seems to change every so many months or years or whatever. For a while, it was Hurt.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
crazy, incredible.
yeah. Then it was his version of a thing called Love.
Okay.
And Walk the Line's always good.
Yes. Yeah, those are all good. Um, was it Ain't No Grave?
Yes, that's a good one.
I love that song. Yes, exactly. Um, yeah, incredible song. I also like God's Gonna Cut You Down. Pretty
Yeah,
similar.
yeah,
Um, and Boy Named Sue,
yeah.
classic.
How do
uh,
you do?
yeah. Oh, there's also the one where it's like I can't remember what it's called. It might just be called Ghost Rider, but it's like Ghost Rider in the sky, something like
Yeah,
that.
that's the title, Ghost Riders in the Sky.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
yeah, I do too. The
Um, go on, please.
I was gonna say there was a version that some other artist, I don't know who it was, but he did it for the Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage.
It was like a cover.
Yeah.
Oh, huh. I own that movie. I used to watch it a lot as a kid. I never knew that. Hmm.
Huh.
Well, that's an excuse to go back and watch that because that movie's hilarious.
Yeah, it is.
It's really fun.
Yeah, and
Um,
speaking of Nicolas Cage, are you looking forward to the Spider Noir show?
listen, I am obviously. I mean, I think that the fact that that even exists is so funny. And the trailer looks pretty fun, honestly. And I mean, Nick Cage is just always a good time. So,
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to his freak out mode that he has in everything he's in.
right, totally. There's also an actor in there. I think his name is Lamorne Morris, and it plays the character Winston in New Girl.
Okay, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where he's from.
yes, and New Girl is one of my favorite shows ever. So when I realized that he was going to be in it, I was like, oh, done deal.
Yep.
Yeah, and Tay and I watched Into the Spider-Verse not too long ago. So,
Yeah,
um,
that's a great one.
oh my gosh, it's so good. Yeah, it's cool to look at. Like it has a unique animation style, and it packs a punch. That's one of those movies where even though it's people would say it's probably a kids movie, I feel like you can watch that as an adult and be like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah, and you can get more out of it as an adult than you can a kid a little bit.
Yeah, well, when hit spoilers if anyone cares, but if when his uncle Aaron gets shot by a kingpin,
Yeah,
um and Spider-Man kind of swings him away, and then they're in the alley talking and he's like, Oh, Miles, man, I messed up. That whole scene when he dies like makes my makes my eyes well up every time for some reason. And
Yeah,
I know it's coming. I'm like, why is this sad every time?
yeah. I
But
mean,
the
it's the same
voice
thing when
acting's really
Dobby
good.
dies in Harry Potter for me.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's such
I'm
a tough
like,
scene.
tears, man.
It's really tough. Um, I think one of the first times I ever I didn't I well I tried not to cry, but you know the movie Bridge to Terabithia?
Yes.
Okay, so I think we read the book in school, and then when the movie came out, Mom took Lisa and I to see it, but we went with our grandma Audrey, and the movie it just keeps punching you in the face with
Yeah.
sadness, like the last however many minutes, 20, 30 minutes, I don't know. And I remember trying so hard not to cry because I was like 8 or something, and I was trying to be tough. Because I was with the movie with all girls. But I remember looking over and like Lisa, mom, and grandma all just like crying the whole time. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that movie since.
No. I think we used to have that on DVD, but I don't know where that went.
Listen, not a movie you need to be watching on a regular basis, if you ask me.
No, that's a rent from the library, watch it once, and you're good for 10 years.
Yes, right. Yeah, you're good. Um, are you watching anything right now?
The last thing I watched was the Percy Jackson new season.
Oh, okay. Has that been good?
Yeah, I think it has actually.
Oh, nice. I never
Yeah,
saw the Percy Jackson movies or any of the books. I don't know. I know what the premise is, but I haven't seen any of it.
yeah. I as a kid, I remember reading the first book and liking it.
Hmm.
And you know how it is. Your parents buy you a book and you read it because you have to for school and stuff. And I never saw any of the movies, but I saw that the series was coming out, so I was like, I'll check it out.
Yeah, and you've been enjoying it.
I have actually, yeah.
Oh, okay, nice. What do you like about it?
Well, the acting is actually pretty good. Uh,
Okay.
I mean, they're all at least to me, they're all semi-new actors. I think I'm trying to think who plays Percy because he was in a Ryan Reynolds movie.
Oh, was it the Adam Project?
Maybe,
Okay,
maybe
I
it
know who
sounds
this kid
familiar.
is. I've
Yeah,
seen that movie. Uh-huh.
yeah. And the stuff I saw from commercials and stuff with him was hilarious. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be a good show.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice. Are the effects pretty good?
I think they're decent. They're on par with the rest of Disney Plus's catalog of
Nice.
effects and stuff.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
Um, Tay and I just watched the new Wonder Man show.
I need to watch that.
It was pretty good. Yeah, it was a cool change of pace for Marvel in a very positive way. So
Yeah,
I'll be excited for you to watch that. Um,
yeah. I'm
'Cause I can't,
hoping. I'm hoping with the new Avengers Doomsday
hmm
that they keep saying that it's going to like be a reset to the MCU.
hmm
So I'm hoping that that's kind of true and they go in the direction you're talking about.
I hope it is sort of a reset. I think because you've got Doomsday coming out in December, and then the following year you've got Secret Wars coming out.
Yeah, which is a
Um,
sequel to Doomsday.
correct. And I have the 2015 Secret Wars comic, and it's really good. I'm sure, like all of Marvel's stuff, it'll be very loosely based off, like very, very loosely.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but my guess is at the end of Secret Wars, they'll like it'll basically be a soft reboot, um,
Yeah,
which I think is probably a smart move.
I do
Um,
too. I think it'll be it in my opinion. I think it'll be more like DC's uh like extinction events that they've done,
hmm
where they kind of just end everything and then start over.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yeah. Where it's basically like the stuff that happened before, but due to whatever sort of event that just happened, now we can do new things and not have to worry about like the continuity of before.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Which like, I mean, the MCU's been going since Iron Man came out in 2008, so going on 20 years of storytelling,
yeah,
that's a lot of baggage at this point for them. Um,
yeah. And I think a lot of their problems have stemmed from Disney Plus.
yes. Yes. Yeah, yeah. For sure. Post Endgame, Disney Plus has definitely been a challenge for them. I mean, listen, I love it. I've watched every single thing that they've put out since Endgame and on Disney Plus, and some of it's really good, but um, yeah, I think they ran into a quantity over quality um,
Yeah,
issue, um,
and I
which
think that's just overall with Disney.
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. They've been doing that with everything that they own, pretty much. Um, and maybe some original ideas wouldn't hurt anyone.
No, would not.
No. It has been fun. So we'd been using my friend's Disney Plus account, and then he must have changed his password or something because we got kicked off. Um,
No, I think Disney Plus changed their rule that you can only have like one household.
oh, okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
because
gotcha.
we ran into the same problem.
Oh, gotcha. Uh, well, anyways, we haven't had Disney Plus now for probably like 2 weeks, or maybe like 10 days. I don't know, but um, we have a bunch of like classic Disney movie DVDs that we've been going through. And have you ever seen Fox and the Hound?
Yes.
Bro, I just watched that for the first time in my entire life the other day. That one's underrated. I don't know how that went under my
Yeah.
radar all this time.
I think that's a great movie. It's kind of sad.
It is sad for sure. For
Not
sure.
for
There's
Terabithia sad, but
right. Not Richard Terabithia sad. But yeah, we were watching this movie, and there was a couple of moments where, again, I think also just being a dad has made me an old softy. But
you've always
I'm
been a softie.
well, it's brought it out even more so. But I'm like watching this movie, not even like paying attention that much, and there's a couple of scenes where I'm like, gosh, this movie's like hitting me pretty good right now. Do you have a favorite classic Disney movie?
Uh, that's actually a question that my sisters asked me, and I said, strangely enough, Snow White.
Ooh, explain.
Well, the reason why I say strangely is if you know me, you would think that okay, he would go more for like something like Sword in the Stone or Robin Hood or something more geared towards men instead of women.
Mm-hmm.
But between the story of how it was created and the story itself and the emotional storytelling, it's just incredible what they could get done, and everything, and how beautiful some of that animation is.
Very true. Yes, there is some very beautiful animation. What's the story behind how it was made? What are you talking about there?
Well, to make the long story short, basically, Walt wanted to do an animated feature film, which had never been done before, and so he was trying to come up with a story, and there was like a lot of hurdles between. I'm trying to think if that was the time of the studio strike or not. But there was hurdles between just trying to get like the artwork to look right, not look like a Betty Boop cartoon,
Okay.
or trying to find the right actors to portray the characters, and trying to get things that had never been done before done for the first time ever.
Interesting. So it's pretty
Yeah,
groundbreaking then.
yeah.
Gotcha. What do you like most about the story?
Uh, how they're able to take a semi simple story and kind of tell it in a way that kind of boils down to its main core of girl falls in love with guy but can't get guy because she falls in love, I mean, because of, an obstacle in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And she, tries to do everything in her power to get the guy, that she wants.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh, do you have a favorite character in the show or in the movie? I mean,
Uh, I think two of mine would be Grumpy, because my sister was always called Grumpy,
wh-
jokingly. You know which one I'm talking about.
was it Maria?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
To the point where she started having like she had a T-shirt and a sweatshirt with Grumpy on them.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Very nice. Very nice.
And then I just like Dopey,
Yes,
because I just think
Dopey.
he's a silly, fun character.
Yeah, we're Dopey fans in this house for sure. Yeah, it's been a real treat going back and watching all these old Disney movies. I think especially Snow White, but some of the animation in them, I'm like, oh wow, this is like pretty to look at, and someone drew these. There's
Yeah.
like some real, not to say that we watch Frozen a lot too. Not to say Frozen
Ah,
isn't cool and doesn't have cool animation, but there's something about some of those hand drawn features where it's just very impressive.
yeah. To think that someone actually has to take the time and draw it all out, as
Right.
opposed to someone just clicking a button a couple times and you got 20 trees on screen.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Um, my wife Tay, her favorite um, Disney movie is The Little Mermaid.
Little
Um,
Mermaid.
Partially because she has red hair and Ariel has red hair, so I think
Yeah, yeah,
the ability to insert herself into the movies is pretty easy, but also good movie. Not gonna, of course,
yeah,
good
yeah,
movie. Um, I tend to be a bit more partial to uh, like the '90s movies where it's like Mulan, Lion King, and Hercules. I think those were all in the '90s.
yeah, yeah. They were. This were part of the Renaissance.
Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Um, the Lion King was the first was the first thing I ever bought on Amazon. I bought it on Blu-ray, and it was the first thing I ever ordered on Amazon.
I think
uh,
the first thing I ever bought on Amazon was a hat.
what kind of hat?
It was for a Dipper costume from Dipper from Gravity Falls.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
You never seen Gravity Falls?
I don't think so. Let me look this guy up.
Yeah, I feel like you should, but
Oh, okay. I've seen that. I've
yeah.
seen this. I've seen this kid. I don't think I've ever seen a full episode though.
The show's actually really good. It's one of those storytelling, like, where everything connects, from one thing to the next.
Okay, there's like an overarching plot.
Yeah, and it's kind of a Twin Peaks meets like Saturday morning cartoon type
Okay,
thing.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Um, Interesting. You know, one something else I know. Well, first of all, you said Snow White's your favorite. What's your favorite from the Disney Renaissance that you mentioned?
Uh, I will say one that I have a soft spot for is Mulan.
Yep,
Uh, and that's because both my sister Audrey loved it. That was her favorite
I
as a
remember.
kid. And I actually have my dad's cousin
Hmm.
animated for that film.
Oh, huh.
Yeah,
Well, that's cool. That's a cool little fun fact.
yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, when the emperor bows to her and all of China bows to her, we probably watched that like 10 days ago, something like that. So good.
yeah.
Um,
But
uh, June has been saying, what does she say? Oh, Mulan runs into the village with like the emperor and all that. She's like, "The Huns are coming. You have to believe me." June will literally just look at you and be like, "You have to believe me." And every time she does, I'm like, "What are you saying?" I'm like, "Oh, you're just quoting Mulan out of context."
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're
What is that?
not saying that we have to believe you because we don't
Right.
believe you. Yeah,
Exactly. I'm like, I believe you. What are you even talking? You didn't even say anything. What are you talking about? Um, yeah, no, Mulan is awesome.
yeah.
In addition to you liking older movies and older music, you're also a fan of like the older sitcoms as well, yeah?
I am. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Do you have a favorite?
I'm not sure. It would be between Beverly Hillbillies,
Okay.
Andy Griffith, and probably Adam's Family would be like the three that are kind of tied.
What about those three are do you like? I mean, those are all pretty different.
Andy Griffith is just hilarious. Don Knotts is great.
Okay.
Um, the Adams Family, I've always liked that as ever since I was a kid.
Okay.
Um, and I don't know if the original TV series was the first thing I saw or if it was the '90s movies.
Okay, yeah.
But I've always just had a soft spot for them. And then Beverly Hillbillies is just a really funny and witty show. With the way it satirizes the I'm gonna say the hillbilly lifestyle versus the
Hmm.
rich uh blue collar not blue collar white collar people.
Right. Okay, gotcha. And it satirizes both, you say?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Nice. No one is safe.
yeah.
I for some reason I thought you were gonna say Cheers.
I do like Cheers, but I haven't seen as much of that as the other ones.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
I remember when we went to Boston and we got to go to the Cheers restaurant or whatever that
yeah.
was. Do you
The
remember
Cheers
that?
bar.
The
Yeah,
Cheers bar. That's what it was. Yes.
yeah,
And you were pretty stoked on that.
yeah. Uh, I've been to the bar twice.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Did you go with your dad?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And both times I got the turkey sandwich because my favorite episode of Cheers is the Thanksgiving one.
Oh, okay, nice. Is that
Yeah,
like a pretty famous episode?
I don't know if it's. I mean, it's their only Thanksgiving one, so I guess
Okay,
it's famous. But
gotcha.
yeah,
Um, oh, you know what? Something I meant to bring up closer to the beginning, but we can talk about now. Are you an Eagle Scout?
I am.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because Louis is as well too, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
couldn't remember if it was just one of you or both of you.
Nope, both of us.
When did you start doing Scouts?
So I started in first grade with Cub Scouts,
Okay,
which trying to think. That was around 2001, I think.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Um, and I been doing some form of scouting, whether it was Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts, or being a scout leader, up until I think either 2024 or 2025.
Oh, so just recently.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Wow. I did not, I was not even aware of that.
yeah.
Um, well, I'm going to talk about that, but to get your Eagle Scout, like to become an Eagle Scout, what does that entail?
So the big thing you have to do is a project.
Okay.
And the project is some sort of service project to help the community out.
Okay.
And you gotta get that approved by the council, which is the parents of the troop,
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I was like, oh, it sounds like
and
secretive. The
secretive.
council.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like you
Okay.
see on a high pedestal with the robes on, and
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's intense.
no, it's basically just the parents of the troop.
Okay, okay. Gotcha.
Um, and they approve or disapprove along with the uh, overall guy who approves the projects.
Okay.
So yeah, the guy who's overall does all the troops in a certain area.
Gotcha. He's like a region or something.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you do your project on?
So I built stage risers, which are basically platforms for using in plays and stuff for Covcath and Notre Dame to use.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. What is I know what Covcath is, but tell the people what Covcath is.
So Covcath is the local high school for all boys that I went to. It's a Catholic high school in
Hmm.
northern Kentucky.
Very nice.
And again, not to bring up too much politics, but you might know them from the incident they had in Washington.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah,
Bro, that was so crazy because um that kid, that poor kid, I remember when that news story broke. Was that in like 2016?
I think
Because
somewhere around
I'm
there.
pretty sure I was still in college. And I was like on Twitter or something and I saw Cupcath. I'm like, there's no way. And then I like dug in a little bit. I'm like, oh my God, it's quite literally Hank's high school.
Yeah, yeah.
What was it like going to an all boys or high school for you?
Uh, for me, uh, it didn't seem that different from grade school, other than uh, the grade school I went to, you just stayed in one classroom the whole time.
Hmm.
So that was the big change, was changing classrooms for me.
Hmm.
But as far as just having like only guys there, my grade school class was a combined class of seventh and eighth grade, and we only had three girls.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, so it wasn't much of a change for me to go to an all guys school.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and
That makes sense.
a lot of people ask like, how do you get dates if you aren't in school with girls and stuff?
Hmm.
It's like you can go to the mall, or you can go, you have sisters who might have friends, or you have a group of friends and they have a friend who's a girl or whatever. You just meet them, out in the world like you do, when you're in college or things like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you'd mentioned Notre Dame as well, and that's the sister school basically.
Yeah, so that's an all girls school
Yep.
started by the Sisters of Notre Dame.
Yep. Yep. That's where my mom went. uh, nice.
And
So
it's been
you
going
built
downhill ever since.
right. Exactly. That's right. Um, so you built a rising platform for the high schools to use when they do plays.
Yeah, different platforms for them to use. So
Hmm.
basically, they were these wooden things that you could stick 2x4s in to make them different heights and stuff, so that then you could, set stuff behind them or whatever, so you can make it look like, a forest, or you can make it look like a castle, or whatever you needed it to look like.
Gotcha. That's awesome. So I'm curious, for folks who don't know you, you're super gifted when it comes to being able to make something out of nothing.
Yeah,
You're a tinkerer, if you will. And you've made me several working crossbows
yeah, yeah.
uh,
Out of pens.
out of pens and clothes clips and all the clothespins and all that. But
Yeah.
I'm curious, did that come from Scouts, or was that something that you were doing already and Scouts helped bring out more?
That came out probably before Scouts, because I remember as a kid I would take, construction paper and glue and make, like, oh, here's a sword, or here's a, uh, Krabby Patty. Yeah, I have a vivid memory of me taking like different colored paper and sticking it together and be like, here's a Krabby Patty. It doesn't look
Oh,
as
that's
good as on the
hilarious.
show. And I got mad at it.
Gotcha. Did you have the secret formula?
No, unfortunately, I did not.
Dang. Okay, so you felt like you had the ability to, you were crafty beforehand, and then maybe Scouts helped bring it out.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy about making things?
Uh, I like the fact that one, you can make stuff that sometimes isn't actually available to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and two, it feels like a accomplishment. You've actually accomplished something that you've never done before, or you might have done before, but made it with your own two hands.
Right, right. Um, I think it also, like when you receive something that's handmade, like time and effort went into that, so it means a little bit more.
Yeah,
For the person receiving the gifts, as well, they're like, oh wow, like you took time out of your day and crafted something that, whether it was intended to or not intended to, is technically art. Uh,
yeah, yeah,
and gave that to me, like I just a lot more special.
yeah.
Um,
I agree with you. It's more special when person put an effort to do something
yes.
versus here's a
Um,
T-shirt I bought on Amazon.
right. Exactly. Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more there. Um, what's your favorite thing that you've made?
Hmm, that's a good question. Some of the bigger things I've made is I made Thor's hammer.
Nice.
Um, I made, or I'm working on making the Eye of Agamotto,
Cool.
which actually is right here. This
Hold
is the
up a little
comic
bit.
book version.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
There we
I can
go.
see. I can see exactly what you're going for. Uh huh.
Yeah. So that's the comic book version, not
Uh-huh.
the movie version.
What is that made of? Did you 3D print that?
No, so this is PVC pipe, the back of it. This is a ping pong ball,
I love
and
it.
these are push pins.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. So
I'm obsessed.
yeah,
Very cool.
and then a little bit of clay just to hold it in.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Very good. What are you using to reference? Like, I know you said it's from the comics, but like, is there a particular picture or something that you're looking at?
It's the picture that's on the Marvel Wiki page.
Oh, perfect. Very
Yeah,
nice. Awesome. Um, and is that that's the main thing you're working on? So we talked a bit ago. You said you spent some time at the library though, and you do have access to a 3D printer.
I do. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So our local library has a maker space.
Maker space. That's right.
Yeah, where you can go and use. They have 3D printers, T-shirt printers, poster makers, laser engraver.
That's like this is a high end library. It's sweet.
Yeah, and anybody can go in anytime as long as someone else isn't using it and use the equipment.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
But when you've been there in the past, are there usually a lot of people there?
It depends on when I go. Recently there hasn't been a whole lot of people there because we've had a lot of snow.
Mm,
And in the summer, I think there's a lot more people, a lot more younger kids that go there
okay.
because yeah, they're out of school and stuff.
Yep.
So it all just depends on like around Christmas, there's a lot more people that use the laser and the T-shirt printer.
Yeah.
Because
Just to
you
make
can
like
cut
special
out,
stuff.
yeah, because you can cut out like ornaments from the laser and then
Oh,
print print a design on a T-shirt and give that to someone as a Christmas gift.
very nice.
Yeah.
That's so cool. We have a lot of local libraries in Columbus, and I'd be curious if any of them have a maker. You used to call it's a maker's room,
Maker space is what they call
maker's
it.
space. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I'm curious,
Yeah.
because that sounds awesome.
It
Maker's.
is. I know a lot of people use like the 3D printers and stuff for D&D and other tabletop games like that.
Ah, maybe offer maker space for creative projects, 3D printers. Main library. Okay, cool. There are some spots in Columbus.
All right,
Uh,
you'll have to check them out.
yeah, the looks like there are several branches at the Columbus Metropolitan Library, for which I am a member. So I'll have to check that out. That's a
Awesome.
cool tip.
I would also suggest checking out other events because they have a lot of, at least at our local library, they have a lot of events for kids.
Yes,
You know.
yes. Um, I know Tay has taken the girls to libraries quite a bit because they'll do like one time they brought like a local petting zoo over and they'll do other like random kid events. So
Yeah, like reading for the kids and
exactly.
yeah,
Um, my mother-in-law has taken our oldest to it's like a gymnastics place and she doesn't they're not like lessons or anything. It's basically she just like jumps into a foam cube pit
yeah,
and there's like some rings she can hang on, but just introducing her to that sort of environment.
yeah,
Um,
letting her run around and burn off energy.
exactly, exactly. Um, my sister Lisa, I don't know why I said that. You know who she is.
Yeah, I know. And your followers probably do too.
Right, literally. Um, she did gymnastics when she was 4 years old, and it's crazy because we have these home videos um, where she's in this like little gymnast outfit and she's doing cartwheels and back handsprings and just all these cool things that most people can't do, but a little 4 year old was doing. And she just had these like super muscular thighs for like a 4 year old. And it's just like
Yeah,
kind of strange seeing this like cute little 4 year old. And then she's got like muscles on her legs. You're like, what is this?
yeah. I
But we
remember.
definitely do gymnastics.
I remember. She could do the splits. I don't know if she still can, but she used to be able to.
I think she still can. I think well, I'll probably see her tonight. So I'll see if she can do a little demonstration.
My leg.
My leg. um, well, we kind of got off topic, but so you've had your Eagle Scout, and then when did you get that? When did that happen?
That was 2014, I think. 2013, 14.
And so what were you doing in the 10 years to follow? Like, because you said you were still doing stuff, sort of,
Uh,
24 to
so
25.
when uh when I got my Eagle, then I kind of stuck around with the troop and went on trips and things like that. And then this was I think uh, 15 or 16. They asked if I wanted to be a scout leader or scoutmaster.
Uh-huh.
So then I became a scoutmaster, and I was helping the younger kids, learn all the stuff they need to advance in ranks and get patches and stuff.
Okay, gotcha. So some
Yeah,
mentorship.
yeah,
Nice. What was that cool for you since you had been there as a scout and then an Eagle Scout? Was it cool to sort of pay it forward?
yeah. I thought it really was. I mean, uh, sometimes it would get annoying just because how 11, 12-year olds are, or, you know, little pieces of poop.
Mm. Well said, well said.
Have to keep it clean. I don't know if this is a family show or not, but
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. That's funny. Um, what was the most rewarding part for you?
just seeing some of the kids that I've helped over the years get their Eagle Scout.
Mm. So when you become an Eagle Scout, what does that mean?
That means you've basically you've spent years of time basically uh, getting all these different ranks, which are achievements, and learning different skills that help you grow and become, in my opinion, a good, better person in society.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. What was the most important skill you feel like you learned?
Uh, Probably leadership, I think.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, and I didn't really learn that till I after I got my Eagle Scout. I learned
That's
it
okay.
more, but I think I learned, to be patient and kind with people and kind of help them through their problems, as well as they're kind of helping me through my problems and stuff. If that
Mm.
makes any
Mm.
sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I feel like one of the best ways to learn is through teaching, um, because I feel like it helps solidify whatever it is you're teaching about in your mind. But yeah, I mean, patience is huge to come away with a lesson in leadership. And one of the ways you express that is patience. I think that's critical because it's really easy to be reactive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Come on, why aren't you lifting the barbells right?
that's right. Why aren't you stronger yet? Exactly. Well, that's awesome, man. That's very cool. Congrats on pulling that lesson from
Yeah.
the Eagle Scout stuff. Um, so you said that you feel like when you make it all the way to Eagle Scout, it helps you be a better citizen. How do you think that's the case, or why do you think
Uh,
that's the case?
well, one of the things that they always teach you is there's a thing called I think it's the Scout. Is it the oath or the law? Either one. It's the oath or the law. I don't remember which, but it's to be courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
Do you just have that memorized?
Yeah, because we said it every meeting.
Wow. That's crazy. I thought you were reading that or something.
Nope. All right up here, along with the
Oh,
Gettysburg Address and Night Before Christmas.
wow. That's impressive. Can you say those again?
The get. Oh, you mean the oath
The,
and
the,
or law, whatever.
yeah, yeah, the values or whatever they are. Yeah.
Okay, so courteous,
Mm-hmm.
kind,
Mm-hmm.
obedient,
Mm-hmm.
cheerful, thrifty, brave,
Mm-hmm.
clean, and reverent.
Nice. Which one of those speaks the most to you?
Uh, it's either being kind, um, or being I would say being kind. I think is the one that most speaks to me because I one of the things I try to live by is to try to be happy in my everyday life
Mm-hmm.
and to be happy with everything going on in my life.
Okay.
And if I'm not happy with something, now there are going to be days where you're not happy about, this or that.
Mm-hmm.
But when they add up to being, your everyday thing, then you got to make a change in your life.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
And so my
Uh,
belief is if everyone could smile more, the world would be a better place.
Amen, brother. Right there with you. Um, so when you notice maybe you've had like a handful of bad days, what's like how do you go about smiling more or fixing your attitude?
Uh, Usually it's depending on what the situation is.
Sure.
Um, Sometimes it's just getting away from the situation for a bit. Um,
Okay. Yeah. Taking a step back.
Other times it's because the way that I am, my brain will play this game of just thinking about the one bad thing all the time, so it's distracting myself from my thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
or just relaxing and just enjoying life.
Gotcha. Are you pretty good at living in the moment? Would you say?
Uh, I'd say I'm probably 40-60 on that.
40, yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay, 40%. I mean, that's still pretty good.
yeah,
Um, that's still pretty good. Um, yeah, I mean, life is to be enjoyed. Obviously, it's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts or stuff you can't control, but I think I think most people who know you, and I know your siblings feel this way, would say you are definitely someone who brings joy uh, to the scene. You know, anytime you're around, I think people would say, "Yep, net positive joy when Hank's around." And so I
yeah.
think that's a testament to what you just said, which is trying to make the most of it, man.
Yep. You
Love
only
that.
got one life to live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, do you feel like growing up Catholic helped with that?
I do. Because I also went to. I know you didn't, or at least I don't think you did. Go to a Catholic grade school, high school.
Nope, I
So,
did not.
we would always have, we'd have weekly mass,
Hmm.
and we'd have religion class,
Hmm.
and so you got taught those values. I think a little more than what the public schools do.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
um, yeah, yeah. What what when you would have weekly mass, was that like on a Friday or something? Like,
Uh, for a while it was on a Friday, but then for some reason they switched to Wednesdays. Don't ask me why.
hmm. And that was just like a proper mass, like you would just go in, do the full hour, and that was it.
Yep.
Nice.
And I
Uh,
liked it because we didn't have to do class for an hour, so
yeah,
it was a shorter day.
yeah, yeah. Right, right. That's true. That's a good point. Um, yeah. So Tay has only ever been to Catholic mass, uh, like for weddings and stuff. She's never been to like just a normal Catholic mass before, and she's expressed interest in trying it out. And we've got a Catholic church pretty close by, so
Yeah.
um, I want to
She's
make
never
that.
been to funerals either.
Uh, at least not a Catholic funeral.
Huh.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. So she's in. I think she wants to see for herself what it's all about.
Yeah. Experience it.
Yes, exactly. Like
Yeah.
get ready to get on and off your knees a bunch.
Yeah, and
uh,
repeat things back to people.
yeah, yeah, exactly. The nice thing about it is it's like once you get the flow, it's actually pretty simple. You're just like, okay, he
Yeah,
says this, I say this. He says this, I say this.
yeah,
um, do you still go to church?
I do. Yeah,
Very good.
Week- weekly basis, all that stuff.
Nice. So you've
Yeah,
always been consistent, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about going?
Uh, it's to me, it's kind of a reset and a chance to take a break from everything and look and say, okay, what did I do last week? What can I do better this week?
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah,
So you use it to reflect on the week?
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Um, is there anything in particular that you're working on? Not like a project, I mean, but like something that you're trying to get better at personally, like character wise, or just something you're working on?
Well, something I seem to do a lot is judge people.
Oh, okay. That
Like,
surprises me.
well, it's I see somebody, I'm like, oh, they seem like a scary kind of person,
Oh, okay,
and
gotcha.
then my brain will start playing this game of, well, if they're scary, then that means they might do this and might do that, and then it snowballs, and
Okay,
then I
gotcha.
get worried about things.
Uh-huh.
Or if I know the person, then I also kind of judge them too on, well, they're going to do this, they're going to do that, and then again it snowballs out of control.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, so maybe just I'm just gonna clarify. So like if something happens, or no, maybe nothing happens, say it's someone you know, and you're like, oh well, if they do this, then this, then this, then this, and then all of a sudden it's like a scenario that is like 10 scenarios down the line.
yeah, and
Okay.
somehow it may end up with nuclear apocalypse.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, and it goes all the way there. Okay.
But
Sure.
not to that extreme, but
Right. Right. I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's I I feel like that's a very human thing. I feel, uh, while it's pretty popular to for people to preach to not judge, I think everybody does it.
yeah,
I think you have to, and I think it's just part of being human. But that's cool that you're working on that and trying to just be self-aware and catch yourself when it happens. Good for you, man. That's great.
yeah.
What else do you like about going to church?
Uh, I like that my dad takes us out to breakfast afterwards.
That's a big win. Where do you go to the same spot?
No, it's different each week based on whatever we feel like.
Let's go.
Sometimes it's Bob Evans, sometimes it's a local restaurant, and sometimes we'll just fix something at home.
Nice.
Yeah,
We actually went to Bob Evans earlier today as a delayed Valentine's Day celebration.
I'm glad you could celebrate Valentine's with somebody.
Yeah. Yes. Um,
I
and
haven't done that in 30 years.
right. Well, well said. Um, so it was nice. We got some leftovers that I'm gonna see if I can steal for myself. Uh,
Eat the rest of the pancakes.
yeah, no one got pancakes today.
Wow.
Yeah, we actually got a chicken finger appetizer. So we had chicken fingers, and then
For
we had,
breakfast?
yeah, literally, and then we had uh like I had some sort of like biscuits, gravy, eggs with bacon and ham and hash browns, and then Tay had a breakfast sandwich with hash browns, and then June had like eggs, sausage, and potatoes or something. So
All right.
yeah, it was pretty good. But yeah, I for some reason we're like, let's do chicken fingers as an appetizer for our breakfast food.
Yeah.
A little
First off, you
weird.
got appetizers for breakfast,
Yeah, yeah, I
and
don't
then
know.
you got
Yeah,
chicken
super
fingers.
weird.
Yeah. It wasn't chicken and waffles. It was just chicken fingers.
It was chicken fingers with ranch.
Yeah, they're probably like, we don't have those going yet.
Yeah,
Uh,
right. Guys, it's like 10 a.m. What's going on here?
yeah.
I don't know. Tay's a chicken finger connoisseur, so
I thought it would be the kids.
nope, it's the adult woman. We when we were living in North Carolina, I can't remember the name of the place that we went to, but it was like kind of a nicer spot. Um, Not like crazy high end, but more than what we would maybe typically spend. And one of the guys who had told us about it was like, when you go, you have to get their chicken fingers. They're really good. We're like, what? Really? This is kind of like a steak place. He's like, trust me. And so Tay ordered the chicken fingers at this like high end restaurant, and lo and behold, they were like some of the best chicken fingers ever.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, not complaining. Not complaining.
No, I
Uh,
wouldn't either.
no, not at all. Um, So, what do you got going on right now, man? Tell me something else good. I don't really know what your day to day is like.
So I work for an organization called Catholic Charities.
Okay.
And what I do for them is I help out with their soup kitchen.
Oh, nice.
Or we don't always serve soup, but
Sure.
most people, when I say soup kitchen, they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
So, um, and then I also help out with their food pantries they have.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
How long you been doing that for?
Since 24, I think.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you feel like that's a good gig?
It's a great gig, I think.
Oh, beautiful. What's your favorite thing about it?
Uh, I, I don't know what my favorite things about it are, but I can tell you the one thing I don't like about it.
Okay, all right.
And that would be just the weather and stuff.
Is it
Because
outdoors?
um, technically no, but we have to take the food to their cars. So
Ah,
if it's raining or whatever, then I'm taking the food to their car for them.
gotcha.
So the way the food pantry works is they'll will go pick up the food at a warehouse.
Uh-huh.
We'll take the food to whatever church basement or hall that we're doing it in,
Uh-huh.
and then we'll set up like a horseshoe shaped thing with the tables
Okay.
I have there, and then we'll set up a makeshift grocery store where they can come in, pick out what they want, and then usually a lot of these people are elderly, so the stuff is pretty heavy.
Yep.
So we have these carts and wagons, and we'll use those to transport it to their cars.
Okay.
And usually, if it's raining or super hot or whatever, I gotta be out there in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, that could be a struggle, I'm sure.
yeah.
Um,
But
but good cause, right?
yeah, no, I'm glad to do it because I'm glad to give back to the community and help people in need and make a difference in this world that definitely needs it.
Yeah, for sure. And what'd you say the organization was called again?
Catholic Charities.
Catholic Charities. Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean that's super impactful. I mean, it says a lot when at the end of the day you can go home and be like, yeah, I made a difference. You know, how it doesn't matter how big the difference was. I think if you're making a positive impact, that's all. That's all you can really hope for.
yeah. It's like the old saying, you drop a stone in the river and you see the ripples.
Yeah, 1,000%. A thousand
Yeah,
percent. Um, yeah, man. I think that's you've always been good about that though. You're always willing to help out. Um, I know if I were to talk to each of your sisters, they would all say, "Oh my gosh, I don't know what I would do without Hank."
yeah. But I don't know what I'd do without them either.
Of course. Of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say the same for my sister as well. Um,
Lying's bad, right? And she can watch this.
That's funny. Um, yeah, yeah. Well, I'll be seeing Lisa tonight. I think going to my mom's for dinner. So
Ooh, what are you guys having?
I don't know, dude. She always does it big. Last week was the Super Bowl, and she had a good spread. I have no clue. I just show up. I don't contribute at all.
Like, I got the grandkids. That's all my contributing is.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, she had been storing a bunch of my stuff for a while, and she was like, "When are you going to take these things?" And eventually, so honestly, I'm actually a hindrance.
She's just like her sister. My mom's the exact same way. She's like, okay, we're going down to see your siblings. Let's take this down for them.
Yes, right, exactly. Which, like, I get it. Who else is going to do this stuff? So,
Yeah. You can't keep it in the house forever, then we have to clean it out when they're gone.
yes, yes, exactly, exactly. Um, so, with regards to is the food pantry always at the same? Is it at, like the same spot and cars just come up? Is it like every day or how
Um,
does it work?
so we do it on specific days at specific locations.
Okay,
Uh,
okay. There's multiple
and
locations.
yeah, and we do it for whatever county we're in.
Okay.
So if we're in, like county A this week,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be in county B next week.
Gotcha.
But it's always at the same location in that county,
Okay, sure. Yeah, that
with
makes sense.
one or two exceptions in our past.
Okay.
But that's just because of either weather or some issue that, you know, happens.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
I like your shirt, by the way. I never complimented.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Captain America.
yeah. We're pretty pro Captain America on this show. Uh,
Yeah. Most people think this is inside out, but the
why?
buttons are because if you look, it should be like this to most people,
Uh-huh.
but the buttons are on this side of the shirt.
Oh. Huh.
So
Whatever.
yeah.
Listen. Um, so I had a question. I think I sort of texted it to you, but we've been talking a little bit about stories. The on the Disney side of things, and you're a big story guy. What do you feel like the importance of stories is for humans in general? Like, why do you like them so much?
Well, to go with the importance for humans,
Uh-huh.
uh, I think it helps to uh, one tell history of stuff sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It also helps to entertain us.
Mm-hmm.
It helps to teach us things. So if you look at things like the Greek myths or the Norse myths, they were set up in a way that they taught the history of how the world was created,
Mm-hmm.
but then they also taught you these life lessons through the stories.
Right.
Oh, don't do this, or XYZ will happen,
Right.
or if you do this, another positive will happen. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's something we've lost in our life.
I totally agree. I think it's easy if you were to tell a kid, don't lie. But, if you tell that to a kid, they're like, well, how come? But if you tell them the story of like the boy who cried wolf,
Yeah,
then through the story they see what happens when the lies add up, and then no one believes the boy when the wolves actually come. And so
yeah, exactly.
I think stories can almost like, yeah, I think to your point, they teach lessons so that way you don't have to learn them the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like most about stories for yourself personally?
Uh, Personally, I like that they can give me a voice that sometimes I don't have for myself. Because sometimes, it's hard for me to say something like, oh, this is how I feel about, this situation,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but unless you're in my shoes or some, you know, other story has told you about it, you don't really know what's going on there.
Okay, gotcha.
So, like, the boy who cried wolf. Well, I could be like, well, you're making me feel like I'm the boy who cried wolf because you're not believing me, even though I'm telling the truth.
Ah, okay. I got you. So you could almost say like you could almost make a reference to something. Hey, you're making me feel like X, whoever in this scene,
Yeah,
and someone would be like, "Oh, okay, got you." Um,
yeah,
using the story to help relay a feeling or a shared experience.
yeah, exactly.
Nice, that's cool. Well, I mean, I know you love your self-referential humor.
Yes,
and
I do.
and using pop culture references for humor, for sure. Which
Yes,
I
I
do
do.
too. I get it. I totally
I
get
know
it.
Lisa hates it.
Yeah, but I mean that's probably my fault. Um,
She's like, I'm not Jake Fowler.
yes, right. Well, I know she's probably still bitter to this day because until she got her license, or probably until I graduated high school, when I was driving, I would always play the score to the Transformers movies. Um, and that's almost what we would exclusively listen to on the way to school. And she would just get so mad because me and my buddy, who was like my neighbor, we would pick him up and then drive to school, and it's just like, da na 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 na, just the whole time. And she's just like, "Get me out of here."
She didn't start bringing her own headphones.
Right? She probably should have. It's funny though because one of the things I got from my mom's recently, she had all my old Transformers toys, and I say old like I wasn't still getting them in high school.
Yeah, I
Uh,
know, but they're probably like Gen 2 or something.
yeah, so I do have some Gen 1, Gen 2 Transformers that were passed down from
Okay,
cousins,
okay.
and then I have some Transformers from like the Michael Bay movies as well that my buddy and I would buy each other for birthdays.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I have these Transformers, and Tay is just like, geez, like there's so many. And Lisa was like, you don't understand, this was a lifestyle.
No, it was. It
It
was.
was
I
it
can
was
attest.
it was a big part of my personality was
Hold
Transformers.
on, hold on. Time out. Was?
Was Well, listen, it'll always be
Still
there.
is. It
It'll
still
always
is.
be there. Well, it's funny you say that because when I brought them home, I put them in my basement, and I was like, I'll just open up the box, like see what's in here. And then like 40 minutes went by, and I had like transformed like a handful of them. And I have this big Optimus Prime from the Michael Bay movies. Uh, that is probably one of the coolest Transformers ever. And so I came up 40 minutes later, and Tay was like, "What were you doing down there?" I'm like, "I'm gonna lie, I was just like playing with Transformers toys."
Yeah.
This was like 6 months ago too. Like, no lie.
Yeah. I have a Bumblebee, but one of our cousins broke it.
Oh, rude.
Yeah.
Oh, one of ours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, one of our shared cousins. Oh, okay. Was it like at
Yeah.
Christmas or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I have a guess. I'm not gonna say, but I have a guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we know who it was.
Yeah, I think we know
Yeah.
who.
And then I also have this little one here too of Bumblebee.
Oh, sweet. Okay, so that's like a kind of like a G1 Bumblebee,
Yeah, but it's a reproduction. It's not.
not a Transformer.
Yeah. It
Gotcha.
doesn't transform.
Doesn't transform.
It's
Just
just.
a little mini fig.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Um, yeah, I heard a rumor. I don't know if it's true, but that Michael Bay is coming back to Transformers with like some of the original cast.
Hmm.
Rumors though, rumors.
Yeah, because last I heard, they were going to do a shared universe with GI Joe.
Yes, that's what I heard
And
too.
yeah, and it was going to be the the Transformers, and then the instead of having the army, it was going to be GI Joe,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, the most recent Transformers, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, had a post credit scene where the guy basically gets a business card. It's got the GI Joe symbol on it.
yeah,
I was not a fan of that movie though, so I didn't care at the end. I was like, man, this kind of sucked.
yeah, yeah.
I
And
didn't
then they did that prequel with Bumblebee that kind
with
of connected but didn't.
yeah, there is no continuity anymore. They just like any sort of like shared plot that had been happening, just like they just drove it off a cliff.
Yeah, they pulled an X-Men.
Literally. Uh huh.
Yeah,
Uh huh.
they're like, we're
Um,
just gonna take whatever we like and shove everything else off to the side. You
yes.
gotta figure it out yourself.
Yeah, for sure. I give X-Men a little bit of slack though, because they were like the first sort of shared superhero universe ish.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and I'm sure it was hard to juggle all of that. Granted, inexcusable in that you should have your stories line up.
yeah,
But it was it was new for the time, so they get a little bit of slack
yeah,
in my book. Um, I am excited because the X Men are making a comeback for Doomsday.
yeah. They are, and they're
Um,
actually bringing back what's his name? He played Cyclops.
James Marsden.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm very excited about that,
and they're also bringing back Kelsey Grammer as Beast.
which is crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just hoping that James Marsden has his obligatory driving the car with a blue character scene. Seriously, if you watch any movie of his, there's a scene in it where he's in the car with a blue CGI character, whether it's Sonic or Hop
Yeah,
or anything.
that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, we were talking about stories, and I've been thinking about this. I've got so you remember when we went to Cincinnati Comic Con
yeah,
and we got to listen to Paul Bettany talk?
yeah.
Yeah,
Which
and I
his was
felt
not as good as some of the others, but
it was not. I felt bad. Well, because it was also during the writer's strike. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
everyone was asking him these like Marvel questions, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I can't answer it." Uh,
Yeah, or he couldn't even talk about his own wife.
right, right.
Yeah,
Um,
because,
she's an actress.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that was tough. I felt bad for him, but he did say when we were listening to him that what he liked about what Marvel had done, and DC too, of course, but like they essentially, like America, the United States, essentially created its own mythology, right?
yeah,
With these superheroes, and I've got Marvel Masterworks for the Avengers, and so I've got I think they do like 12 volumes, and I've got the first six, and there's
yeah.
10 comics per volume, I think. Um,
I think you're right about that.
yeah, and it starts with issue one of the Avengers, and I've got the first six volumes, so like the first 60 comics. And even though when you read them, they can be a little bit dated, either in how they phrase things or just like storytelling at the time.
Yeah,
Um, I really enjoy them because it's almost like a time capsule. And there is a certain they're very endearing, like they mean what they say, and they're trying to do
yeah,
good. And I like that. Um, and I kind of think what's cool. So like how maybe in cultures past, like there'd be a tribe, and then there'd be another tribe, and each tribe would have its own gods, and
yeah, and
then
their own stories
and
and
their own stories, exactly. And then maybe the tribes go to war, and then after the war, there's like a new tribe, and maybe the tribes join, but then the mythology changes, and there's like a war of the gods, kind of, and then there's like a new. You follow what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's cool. I think something like that is kind of happening now where like you've got the Fox X-Men and then you've got the MCU and then Disney acquired Fox and then they kind of had the most recent Deadpool Wolverine which is like in the MCU and now you've got
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
kind of, but now you've got Doomsday where it's like you find they're going to have these two worlds sort of collide.
Yeah.
And I think there's an argument now where they're doing it for the sake of like nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's definitely some nostalgia bait going on there, but I
100%.
think it's just cool to see them integrate into sort of one central mythology.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that I think is what excites me the most about it is just like
Yeah.
finally the
Well,
world's coming together.
yeah, exactly. What I like about it is it's everything is now one whole, like it was in the 90s or the
Yes,
2000s, you know.
yes, exactly.
And I think there's only one character that I don't think Marvel owns that's theirs, and it's like some random obscure like Hulk character that like nobody even knows of.
Huh, interesting that they still don't have the rights to.
Yeah, and that's like the only character that they don't have the rights to.
Huh, funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, obviously they have like the shared thing that they have going on with Sony and like Spider-Man.
yeah,
Um,
and Disney has the rights to anything outside of the movies and stuff,
exactly.
so they can do with the parks or with the animation or comics or whatever.
Yeah. Did you watch Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man? That animated show
Uh,
that came out on Disney Plus?
I, I no, not the friendly neighborhood. I was thinking of one for preschoolers.
Oh no, no,
No,
no,
I
no.
was like, I saw a clip from the preschool one, but no, I haven't seen the friendly neighborhood one.
Okay, it was
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah.
Did you see X-Men 97?
Uh, I don't know if I had or not because it kind of jumbles in my head with the original '97 X-Men series,
Right.
so I
Uh-huh.
don't really remember if I saw it or not, or if it was just me watching the. Yeah,
Gotcha. If you haven't, I would recommend it. Just at least giving it a go
yeah. I'll have to
because
go back and maybe watch it again.
yeah, it was one of those shows where like I was like, okay, you know, because I think it was a year and a half ago when it came out because I think June was like 6 months, but
Yeah.
I was watching it and I'm like, okay, like the first episode, I'm like, okay, is this just gonna be like me as a 28 and a half, 29-year old like watching cartoons and probably like 5 minutes in, I'm like, okay, no, this is pretty good. Like, this is pretty good. And then maybe like 15 minutes into it, I was like, oh my God, this is like sweet.
Yeah.
Uh, and then I think this both the second episode and then maybe the sixth episode were good enough where I'm like, this is just like a good show, period. Like, this isn't like a good superhero show. This isn't a good cartoon. This is just good television, full stop.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it.
Well, like I said, I have to, go back and watch it if I hadn't watched it.
Yes,
I,
that would be my recommendation. You know, I brought up the Comic Con that you and I went to, which was
yeah,
awesome.
that was.
I can't believe that was over 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What the heck?
And the good news is they're going back to the convention center now.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Um, I still have my Loki variant jacket. I should have worn it.
Ah,
Oh, missed opportunity.
missed opportunity.
Uh,
I still have my horns from
nice.
President Loki.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that was great costume ideas.
Yeah.
That was very smart. And it was fun seeing a couple other Lokis and being like, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And that kid who got mad at us. It's like
What what happened? I don't remember that. What kid
he,
got mad at us?
there was a kid that got mad at us because it's like, what you did to Thor? I am going to.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
and
Yeah,
I think he was just joking around with us,
yes,
but
yes, yeah.
it
He
was
was doing a
cute.
bit for sure.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah. No, that
Yeah.
was so much fun. That was my first ever convention thing that I'd ever done. So um, I really enjoyed that. That was super cool.
Yeah, no, it's a blast to go to conventions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think what I enjoyed the most though, I think we listened to Stephen Amell or Armel or whatever his name is, the dude who plays Green
Yeah,
Arrow. He was
yeah,
cool. I liked him.
yeah. He was also in TMNT.
Yes, yeah, he was in the live action
Michael Bay.
TMNT.
Yeah,
Because he was Casey Jones, right?
yeah,
Yeah. But we also listened to the Clone Wars voice actors
yeah,
talk. I thought they were really cool.
yeah. And uh, with the strike that was going on, because they were animation, they were under a different contract, a different
Yes.
thing, so they could talk about whatever they wanted. With
Yes. Yeah, right. It actually made it worth listening to because they could actually talk about the stuff they were working on.
yeah,
Um,
and
I
then
think go on, please.
I was gonna say we also saw uh, tested Adam Savage.
Yeah, yeah. Adam Savage was very cool. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. I thought he did a good job answering questions.
yeah. No, I think he is good at answering questions
Yeah.
because he does it on his YouTube channel as well.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice. Um, Even though we didn't, so you know how like you could stand in line and get like signed autographs, but they were like $50 or just like something obscene from the
Yeah,
celebrities. Do you remember when we saw Vincent D'Onofrio, the dude who plays Kingpin,
yeah,
at a distance? I was like, oh, no way.
yeah,
He's great. I love that dude.
yeah. So the night before, because you couldn't come in the night before,
Right.
I went with one of my friends, and
Uh-huh.
we actually, I got to meet one of the writers of one of my favorite stories,
Uh-huh.
which is the Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck, which is right here.
Okay, let's see it. Very good. The Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck.
And hold on. And Don Rosa actually signed it for me.
Yes. Okay, I remember you talking about him. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Sweet.
then I also in the story, one of the things that Scrooge McDuck has is a hand-me-down pair of solid gold dentures.
Nice.
So I took a pair of there's a novelty chattering teeth,
Mm-hmm.
and I painted them gold, and I actually gave it to him.
That's awesome. What did he say?
He was he was like, I hope this thing doesn't start chattering on me. It's like, and then he thanked me. He's like, I'm gonna put this in my Scrooge McDuck collection because
Cool.
he has the largest Scrooge McDuck collection in the world.
Oh, okay. Wow,
Yeah,
what a niche thing to have.
yeah.
What do you like about Scrooge McDuck? I don't really know too much about it.
So Scrooge McDuck, for those who don't know, is Donald Duck's uncle,
Okay.
and he was created by a guy named Carl Barks in the Disney comics.
Yep.
Carl Barks was just a staff worker at a Disney, and they needed someone to do the comics, and so he was like, "I'll do them. That way, I can get out of the uh, AC that's causing me allergies and stuff."
Oh, okay, yeah.
Um, so he went to do all the drawings and stuff, and for a Christmas story called "Christmas on Bear Mountain,"
Yeah.
he decided he was like, I'm gonna steal a character from Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol,
Yep.
which was
Scrooge.
Scrooge,
Yep.
and I'm gonna make him a duck. And I guess at the time, Irishmen were seen as thrifty. I don't really know.
Okay.
And this was in the 40s.
Okay.
So he made him a Scottish duck. Um, and then years later, Don Rosa became a fan of reading the comics as a kid,
Okay.
got the chance to actually write the entire life story of Scrooge McDuck and
Gotcha.
tell his story. And what I like about his story is it doesn't just tell the story of someone's life, but it also has a lot of humor and history and just fun, entertaining things in there for not just kids, but all ages.
Awesome. So it's a story for everyone.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
can tell that it's a fan doing something that he loves.
Okay, gotcha. So you feel the love in it. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes a big difference. What so you've mentioned this a couple of times, how sometimes from stories you can learn history. Are you a pretty big history guy?
I am.
I know. For the audience, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But like as a kid, my parents would take us, on vacation, and if there was a Civil War battlefield or a you know historical place or something, we would always have to go and see it.
Mm,
And my sisters, two of my sisters at least, weren't huge into the history side, but they would go and kind of have fun with it anyway.
sure. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But the rest of us, we loved it, and we were big into that, and I love watching documentaries and just learning about the history of stuff.
Do you have a favorite time period?
Uh, Not really. It seems like it's kind of like, okay, today it's the Roman history period, or tomorrow it's the pirates, or it's just all areas.
Nice. So,
But
oh no,
I,
go on, please, please.
I was gonna say, most people would say, my Roman history is animated history,
Mm-hmm.
like cartoons and stuff, and the history of animation.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Um, so whenever I think about Kentucky, which is where you're from, right?
yeah,
I always think about Kentucky as a state that is like steeped in history. But the reason I think that, I believe, is because you and your dad and your sister and your brother um, were all super into it. And so anytime we did anything, like if we went somewhere as kids or whatever, we would always get some sort of like historical background, and especially about the Civil War, because
yeah,
there's a split between the Ohio River, right?
yeah, yeah,
Um, and so, and you guys, you remember you had that like piratology book. You guys would have like
yeah,
you would have like
yeah,
a Civil War book, and whether it was at your Cumberland house or where you guys were in Kentucky, and
yeah,
and so I've always associated Kentucky with being a state rich in history my entire life. But it wasn't until I was thinking about this podcast to where I was thinking, I'm like, is Kentucky really more like, is a state that really celebrates history more so than others? Or do I just think that's the case because I had an uncle and a bunch of cousins who, whenever I went to Kentucky, always brought sort of a historical lens.
yeah,
And I
exactly.
never made that connection until I thought about this pod. I'm like, wait, I wonder if I just think that because they were into history. And so I think Kentucky is a historical state. But in reality, I just had folks who were into it.
Yeah, I mean, for 1 year, I went to a school in Cincinnati,
Hmm.
and one of the and it was for my third grade year.
Hmm.
And when you're in third grade in Ohio, you have to learn about Ohio history.
Right. Okay.
And so I always thought that Ohio had the cooler history than what Kentucky did, because because you have
That's
like the Wright.
hilarious,
You guys got like the Wright brothers, and you got
dude.
William Howard Taft. So I always thought you guys had the cooler history.
That's hilarious that you and I had crisscrossing opinions there.
Yeah,
That's so funny. Well, so on the Wright brothers though, so one, I played one of the Wright brothers in a second, either second or I'm pretty sure second, but a second or third grade play. I was either Orville or Wilbur. I can't remember which one. And we put on a play called Heroes of Ohio, which was awesome. But in North Carolina, they have a light. This is my biggest pet peeve about the entire state is one of their license plates that you can choose to get on your car says first in flight
yeah,
because the Wright brothers famously flew in Kitty Hawk in North Carolina.
yeah,
However, that really grinds my gears because they were born in Ohio. So it's like, yes, flight happened in North Carolina, but it was brought to you by Ohio. And
yeah.
so I made sure to not get that license plate when I was there.
It's the same thing with Abraham Lincoln. Illinois has license plates that say, home of Lincoln,
Uh-huh.
but he was really born in Kentucky.
See, that's so lame.
Yeah,
Yeah. Lame of Illinois to claim that.
yeah. It's same with North Carolina.
Yeah. So I don't like that. Credit where credit is due.
Yeah,
Um, I think Ohio's license plate has the one where you can say birthplace of aviation. Um, because the Wright brothers obviously were born here, and I'm like, nice. I love
yeah,
that. That's a cool license plate. I'd get that.
yeah.
I actually just finished a book about Teddy Roosevelt,
Ooh.
who's probably one of the best books I've read in a long time. It was so good. I'm now just like an absolute Teddy Roosevelt fan.
The only well, I know a couple of fun facts, but the one that everyone always brings up is the teddy bear was named after him.
Right. Yes.
Yeah,
Which is funny.
yeah,
Um, no, he was awesome. He I think the coolest thing about him was he was just so absolutely passionate about whatever he did. And it wasn't like he worked very hard, that's undeniable, but he just like threw himself into everything he did with all of his being because he just loved it. He had like a tenacity for life.
yeah,
And
yeah. I
I
mean,
think
he
that's the
loved
coolest
the
thing.
national parks and
Yes. Yes. And so the book I read was called, I think it was called Theodore Rising. And it was basically about his life from when he was born up until right before he became president. So like the book ends with like him getting a note that William McKinley had just died, and then that was the end. So it's like the first in a series of three, apparently.
so now you gotta read the next two.
I guess it was quite a slog though, not because it was bad, but just because because it was great, but it was like
So
um,
thick.
it was thick. It was like 800 pages, and I'm pretty busy, so I was only reading before bed, and sometimes like I'll read like a page and a half in bed, and then I'm like nodding off. So like my
Yeah.
I was moving at a snail's pace to get this book done.
This is why I do audiobooks.
Yes, smart. Well, I know I've done an audiobook recently, but I go podcast when when I'm in the car. I'm just podcast.
Yeah, I mean, just listen to yourself.
No, no. I used to listen to this show like anytime I would put an episode out, I would listen to it right after, but I don't do that as much anymore because I'm like, well, I recorded it, so
I
I
know what happened.
I know what happened. So every once in a while, like I've had guests on multiple times, I'll listen to the one we did previously, so I don't like say the same crap.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So it's not a repeat episode, basically.
exactly. Don't want to rehash. We want a sequel that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's tell Hollywood that.
Right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. For real. Um. Yeah. I really don't know when the last like truly original thing came out that everybody really liked. Well, K-pop Demon Hunters. I have not seen it, but that's been like the biggest thing recently. I don't know if you've heard about that. Where like,
Yeah, I've heard of it because I can't tell you how many kids in my neighborhood would dress as that for Halloween.
okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, I uh, I only know about it because one of the songs, Golden, uh, at my job at Orange Theory, we use an app where there's like pre-made playlists on it, and so many of the playlists have that song on it. Um, and so I can sing. Well, I don't even know the words. I can sing the melody, and I just know that it's from K-pop Demon Hunters, but I don't know like
yeah,
anything about the movie itself. But that was like Netflix's biggest movie apparently, and that's an
yeah.
original idea as far as I know.
Uh, yeah, I guess. I mean, a group of singers who become superheroes. I mean, I feel like that's been done, but I don't know who did it.
Yeah. Right, right. Yeah, I mean, look, obviously I'm a big Avatar: The Last Airbender fan. That's like my favorite show of all time.
Yeah,
They did the M Night Shyamalan movie, which I hate, and then they also just like, hey, book one, baby, there it
yeah,
is, good for you. Um, they did like a remake slash
yeah.
whatever
The
on
live
Netflix.
action one.
Oh
Yeah,
God, it was I tried so hard to watch it, but it got to the point where like the effects were decent, um, but otherwise I was like, what is the point of this? This is so much worse. Why? Why?
yeah, yeah.
Why?
I'm like, we just want to see these people in live action. Let's just do a photo shoot of actors in costumes, and we can put it up on Instagram, Twitter, whatever, and we can see it there.
Sure. Or like if you want to do it live action so much, like you do like a live action prequel of like an Avatar in the past, so it's like set in the same universe, but then at the very least you can like do new things within the
Yeah,
universe and not have it be like a rehash of something that's already happened, just have it be a
yeah.
different medium.
Or do one in the future.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah. We
exactly.
we we don't need these sequels and prequels and stuff.
And remakes,
Yeah,
these remakes are killing me. It's like, listen,
yeah.
like it's the same with like the Disney live action movies.
Don't get me
Um,
started on those.
oh my gosh, it's like you already had a perfect movie that was an hour and a half long and just
Now
like
you
got
want to make it 2 or 3 hours and add so much stuff that doesn't make sense.
oh man. Tay and I couldn't even we got like an hour and 10 minutes into Snow White, the new one, and then it was bedtime, and then we just never finished it. We're like, because we knew it was gonna suck. Like everyone hated that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
And so we were like, let's just see what it's about. And we watched like an hour and 10 minutes. We're like, all right, cool. Like, let's go to bed. And we don't need to finish this. Like, we get it.
yeah,
It sucks.
yeah. I only saw the whistle while you work sequence. And I'm like, yeah, I can see why people say this sucks. They're basically making her, a girl boss.
Well, that and the dwarves are just like nightmare fuel.
That too. Which they even talked to Peter Dinklage about, what they need to do, and he's like, just cast little people. That's all you need to do.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and I could name 5 big name little people actors that they could have casted, but they're not even doing it. Like, nope, we're just gonna CGI it because it costs us nothing to use our computers.
Yeah, well, it was the movie was lacking because of it. Um, yeah, no, the live action Disney stuff sucks.
Yeah,
Um,
I think the last good one was probably Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, dude, I completely agree with you. I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
Otherwise, Tay said the Cinderella one was pretty good. I didn't see that. Um,
I saw it and it was okay. It just felt like another Cinderella movie. It didn't feel like a
Okay.
Disney Cinderella movie.
Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Well, hopefully they get it and they cut it out, because whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not the target audience anymore.
No, no. And I think, they're only putting these movies in theaters so that they can, make some of their money back, and then they're like, okay, Disney Plus it after a month.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Well, sir, we're kind of up on the end of 2 hours. I can't believe how fast it's gone by.
I know.
Is there anything that you want to mention here before we wrap up?
Just be sure to follow him.
My guy, my guy. I appreciate it. Well, we can.
And anytime you want to do this again, feel free to, message me and we could do it again.
Yeah, bro. Oh, definitely, definitely. We'll do it again for sure. This was so much fun.
Yeah, it
Um,
was.
it really was. Well, we can say goodbye offline. I'll just pause the recording. But everyone, this has been awesome. This is really fun. Hank and I have known each other our whole lives, and so this is a fun, special one for me. So thanks for listening, and like you said, like and subscribe. Otherwise, peace. What's up, everybody? It's Jake here, Fowler and Friends. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me and all of us over here at Fowler and Friends. So if you could please like, subscribe, comment, do all of that. But definitely subscribe, share the videos with your friends, keep on supporting the channel. Thank you so much. We'll catch you on the next one. Later.